Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been so long since I've done a video and I'm going to explain why and give you updates on everything. I have been trying to do a baby update. Liam is 5 months old and I've been trying to do a postpartum update as I am 5 months postpartum, and also do a mini crib review because we have a mini crib for Liam, and so much more. And it's all on my to-do list, but I have not been able to film for several reasons, and I wanted to explain that in this video, but specifically talk about Liam's sleep, as that has been a huge factor in why I haven't done much as far as YouTube and content goes. First of all, if you want to keep up with me day to day and what's happening, you can follow me on Instagram at Holistic Homeopath. It's linked in the description. Can't talk either. Okay. So what's been happening? I'm going to start by going back 3 months. So when Liam was about 2 months old, we finally were getting settled into the rhythm of no more hospital visits, no more doctor appointments. He was an angel baby, in the sense that he never complained. Not that babies who complain are not angels, because all babies are angels, but he genuinely never cried, never complained. He slept amazing. Like, he was sleeping 3 hours straight. So things were really good when he was younger. But to our surprise, we didn't realize at the time, but he was actually teething at 2 months old. And by 3 months old, he had 2 teeth. He also was going through his 4-month sleep regression at 2 months old, which I didn't know was a thing. Keep in mind, he was born over 2 weeks late, and at the same time, he's a huge baby. So I think developmentally, he was just ahead, which is why he was going through all of those milestones so much earlier than we anticipated or expected. So why is this important? Well, things started to really get bad around 2 to 2.5 months of age. Essentially, he was waking up every 20 or 30 minutes at night screaming. He started getting eczema and rashes from teething. And every single time he would wake up, we would put him back to bed, but he would be up again within 30 minutes. Now, at this time, I did not realize, because he was sleeping great and then all of a sudden just kept waking up. I didn't know he was going through a 4-month sleep regression, or I would have done things differently. Guys, this is my 4th child, my 4th baby. And things have been so different this time around. I feel like he's my first, and then I'm relearning everything. That's for another video. But essentially, every time he started waking up, I didn't know he was teething, and I did not know that he was going through a sleep regression, because I thought that's way too young to be teething and too young to be going through that regression. So I thought he was hungry. I thought he's going through a growth spurt. So what I started to do, which when my other kids went through this stage, I didn't do this because I knew better. I knew, okay, they're going through their sleep regression or they're teething, so do this instead. But with him, it was different because it all happened so young. So anyway, I thought he was genuinely hungry. And every time he would wake up, I would take him out and nurse him. At this point, he was fully exclusively nursed or breastfed. So I was just nursing him. I would take him out of his bed, nurse him for 30 minutes and put him back to sleep. And he would always fall asleep on me. Well, I ended up creating this bad habit. Not that it's a bad habit, but it doesn't work for us in our lifestyle. So it was not a great habit to form with him, where he started to 100% rely on us to feed him, to put him to bed. This led him to start to require way more calories at night because he was eating so much at night, but then not eat during the day. So he kind of switched his days and nights again, and he was only about 2.5 to 3 months old. This craziness continued, but got a lot worse and worse and worse over the next couple months up until now, where he was up every 30 to 45 minutes at night, and then he would feed for 30 to 45 minutes and then back to bed. And this was just all night long. So it got to the point where I was literally, and still am, going delirious because I could not close my eyes. By the time my head hit the pillow and I'd start to drift off into sleep again, he would be awake. And this just went on all night and all day. He also was not napping great during the day because we have a small home and our kids are loud and around, and they kept waking him up even with his noise machine. So overall, he was not sleeping well, which then affected his mood. At the same time, he was teething and started getting really fussy. And I still didn't clue into the 4-month sleep regression until he was about 4 or 5 months old. I started realizing by research that, wait, they can go through the regression much earlier. So then we started to make some changes. Now currently, and I'll make a whole sleep video when I have a chance, but right now we ended up over the past month kind of putting our foot down and saying, okay, you're not going to be eating as much at bedtime. So we would really encourage him to eat more during the day and start diluting his bottles as he started going into bottles at night. We also would take out the bottle before he would eat a full meal at night, so he learns to fall asleep on his own. We got him to be able to fall asleep in his crib on his own, so that was a big help in being able to put himself back to sleep when he would wake himself up during that 4-month sleep regression. So we've done a lot of sleep work with him, and he's gotten better now, but he's still up every hour and a half at night. So I've gotten to the point where I'm sleeping in 20-minute increments throughout the entire night, which totals to be about an hour and a half of sleep, and that is it. And I don't have time to nap during the day on most days because I work, I have my own business. So life at this point has been completely upside down. I feel like we are not managing, especially me. I feel very overwhelmed because I have this business that takes my full-time attention, or at least should, but I can't dedicate full-time attention to it because I physically don't have the hours or the capacity to do that right now. On top of that, I'm homeschooling, I'm running a house, I cook everything from scratch because of all our food allergies and health issues. The baby takes up so much time. So it's been chaotic over here, and I feel like the night and the days just blend together and I have no time, and that's why I haven't put out YouTube content. A big part of that, like I said, has been around sleep. I've just been so consumed with not just my lack of sleep, but obsessing over his sleep and his routines and trying to get him on more of a schedule. So coming to today, where we're at right now is he currently is teething again. He also had eczema, so this is also for another video, but I did mention when I made a video on his updates a while back that he was obviously in and out of the hospital. There was a lot of complications in the beginning. He had a lot of sucrose because they were giving him IVs and doing blood work. They also were, doing a lot of other things with him. So he had a lot of toxins, chemicals, things like that in the beginning of his life, which I know undoubtedly was a big trigger for his skin issues because he currently has fungal overgrowth. He had cradle cap and thrush, so that confirms that, yeast overgrowth, which comes from having a lot of sugar, which is feeding it. And even though my diet was impeccable, he was still having issues. So I know that it was kind of from the start he had in his life. So his eczema actually got pretty bad, where it covered his whole tummy and his cheeks and a little bit on his arms. Now, right away, I got him on a protocol, which I should have done sooner, being a homeopathic practitioner and nutritionist, but life was so crazy and I was so tired, I didn't even think about it, and I just had no capacity to do that. So I didn't start him on a protocol until his eczema actually got pretty bad, and I thought in the beginning when he had eczema on his cheeks that it's because he was teething. While that was what triggered it and was part of it, it just never went away. So anyway, he would wake up, and he is still waking up all night scratching and itching. So now I've got him on a protocol. It's gotten so much better. He's nowhere near, as covered as he used to be, and he's itching less, and we have him on things to just keep improving that. But that has been another thing that's keeping him awake. So anyway, coming now to today, he's teething again, guys. He's not even just under 5 months old. He's getting 2 upper teeth. So he has 2 bottom teeth. He's getting 2 upper teeth. He's back to having the red cheeks again. He's back to being cranky and fussy and waking up all the time. And his sleep is going through another regression. So after we got him to a point where at least he could fall asleep on his own without needing a bottle and without needing, tons of time and attention, he's kind of back to that. So not only am I back to, not closing my eyes at all at night, but he's crankier because he's not sleeping properly. So coming now to what my goals are, I have none. I had all these plans where I was like, by 5 months old, he'll be, more self-sufficient in his sleep and everything, so I can put more time to my business, more time to other projects. That's all kind of just been put on the back burner because life is nuts. And I feel like a big part of what's been happening, at least with me, is my whole personality is very much go, go, go. So I like to be busy, and especially putting my attention and energy into work. I truly love what I do for my business, and it's also what pays the bills. And so it's a huge stress on me to not only be able to do something that I like, which is my work and being creative in that space, but also finances have taken a hit. And during this inflated market where groceries and everything are $1 million more, that's an exaggeration, but everything's just going up, gas prices, energy prices. it's even harder for me because I'm like, I need to work. I need to put energy into my business in order for us to continue to earn money, but I physically can't because he's so needing so much attention during the day. Now I know he's so small still, and I can't expect much out of a 5-month-old. So that's not what I'm saying, but it's just been a lot harder this time around as I'm comparing, and I know every baby's different. So that's a problem right there, is I shouldn't be comparing. But I'm comparing him to how my other 3 kids were, where they literally were sleeping all the time. They were the dream sleepers. They didn't need to be sleep trained or anything. Like, they were amazing. They had their own schedule or routines and just were really good with that. So I'm like, what do I do? I feel like I'm relearning how to be a mom again. And because we had like a 6-year gap almost between my youngest, my daughter, and now him, I have forgotten a lot of what to do as well. And I'm so exhausted because back with my other kids, I didn't have a business or anything. I was a stay-at-home mom. I was in school, but that did not take up as much time and energy as my business does. So I was able to stay up all night with them and sleep train them and stay on it. This time around, I'm so tired that I'm like, I will do whatever you need so I can just close my eyes. But then that's creating worse and worse habits, and it's getting harder and harder to break for us. So I'm back to being up all night again. And anyway, life is just absolutely insane right now. So that's what's been happening and why I have not been able to film. I have a long list of videos that I am going to film and that I would like to film. I just need some time and some space to do that, and it's been really challenging lately. So that's where we're at. My goals for the new year, a lot of you guys have been messaging me saying, what's the plan for 2023, which is insane that that's happening already. Honestly, I don't have a plan. My plans right now is survival mode, just getting through each day. I'm currently like working on clearing Liam's eczema and helping him through teething and getting him back on a proper sleep routine or schedule, and all those things while I'm working with my business. I'm homeschooling the kids, trying to keep the family healthy, the house afloat. So yeah, that's where we are at right now. This is just a busy phase and season of life, but it will get easier. I know that. I'm definitely excited for those easier days, but in the meantime, been trying to soak up every minute with Liam. I will do a baby update and share specifically all the milestones he's been going through and what's been happening with him. I do feel a little bit of like, not regret, but almost like guilt, because with my other kids, I did a baby update every month or every couple of weeks, and I had so much content around them. And with Liam, I don't, and I feel like it's something I would like to look back on and be able to have as a memory, but there's no time. So anyway, that's what's happening. I just wanted to come on here, show my face, say hi, wish you all a very beautiful Christmas and New Year, and I hope that everything is going well for you guys. We are so blessed. Everything is going well with us. Life is just hectic, that is all. But thankfully, Liam is healthy now. His collarbone that was broken during birth has healed. His heart arrhythmias that he had are gone. His little seizures he was having are cleared up. So everything he was going through has cleared up. Now he's going through eczema as a result of, early on what he went through, but we're working on clearing that up as well. And so overall, we're healthy, we're doing well. We're excited to have our first Christmas with the little man. And that is all. So I will check in with you guys soon. I'm going to do a specific baby sleep update and share exactly what I did to get him to at least put himself to sleep for the most part and things like that. So that's coming very soon. And then also I will be doing a video on the mini crib. I don't love it, but there's some things that are nice about it. So I'm going to do a whole review video on it because I know a lot of parents are interested, and I personally could not find enough information on the mini crib. We ended up buying one. Kind of regret it. So I'm going to put a video out on that and on his benign neonatal sleep myoclonus that he went through with some video footage of what it looked like and all that, but it just takes time to put together. So those are all in the works, coming at some point within 2023. But anyway, guys, I hope you have a very beautiful rest of your week and weekend and New Year, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.